Good morning on this eclipse eve. It's wonderful to see you here. I know we have some folks that are out of town eclipse chasing this weekend, and we wish them well, and we hope they don't end up being cloud chasers, but we've already heard some pretty philosophical, attitudes toward that this morning, so I know that our people are going to rise to the occasion no matter what. This is a Unitarian Universalist congregation. We are united not by a specific creed in which we have to believe, but by a covenant. Those are the promises that we make to each other for how we will be together in community and how we will work together to make the world a better place to the best of our ability. I did want to give you a few quick announcements. First of all, this service this morning is going to be very different from our usual. We usually do about an hour that includes, if not a sermon, then maybe pieces of a sermon alternating with music. Or the services are different from week to week, so we encourage you, if this is your first time, to join us a few times before you make up your mind. But this morning, we're going to have a very abbreviated service in here. We're going to join a webinar with the Unitarian Universalist Association, specifically Unitarian Universalists for Justice in the Middle East. We're going to join a webinar entitled, the same title as the service, Why We Cannot Turn Away. And it is about how we engage on the topic of Israel and Palestine. There will be some excerpts from a previous webinar that we'll watch together, and then there'll be live facilitated conversation. We are going to have some food. We have pizza coming around 11:50, so the webinar does last until 1 o'clock. We understand if not everybody can stay that long. There's also a protest this afternoon on Palestinian rights. It will be at the Caddo Parish Courthouse at 2 o'clock. And I did want to tell you, I just heard the breaking news this morning that apparently Israel has pulled all but one brigade out of Gaza. So I think out of southern Gaza. So apparently, it's still up in the air what's going to happen in the north, but we're hopeful that the pressure is working, that the pressure is starting to have an effect. And we would love to have you join us for this webinar this afternoon, and we'll be back in the social hall. So where we would usually sing out our children and youth, we're going to all sing ourselves out at that time, and they will go to one class. They'll have combined classes this morning. We have 3 out of 4 teachers out today, and I'm for various and sundry ailments, and I wish them well and hope they feel better soon, and appreciate the people that are moving up today to help with that. One more thing, Louisiana Trans Advocates also meets this afternoon at 1:30 in the social hall, so probably things will kind of morph from the webinar into that meeting, and that'll be good. And tomorrow morning in the Western District Courthouse, the federal courthouse on Fannin Street at 9 a.m., a lot of you may know that there was recently congressional districts in Louisiana were redrawn so that we would have a second majority black congressional district. That is now being challenged. And so the League of Women Voters, I think, is bringing out a bunch of people. I know that North Louisiana Interfaith and Together Louisiana are bringing people out. Opening arguments will be at 9 a.m. They're encouraging people to get there early because it may be pretty crowded. So if you are available on a Monday morning, we encourage you to come. And you might, like I said, you may want to plan to be there early because parking is probably going to be an issue as well. I believe that is all I have. Our board person of the day is Ravina Windsor, who is one of those wonderful people who's going to step into religious education this morning, so I'm very grateful to her. I ask you now just to relax your shoulders down from your ears. Take some deep breaths. And as you exhale, see if those shoulders relax just a little bit more. And we're good with little people, making little people sounds. I always tell the grown-ups, if they are upset by the noises of children, they are certainly welcome to go into the foyer and settle themselves down and come back. Join me in the spirit of worship. I'm sorry, one more thing. Our volunteer of the month is Taha Hyatt, who just walked out. Taha has done a lot of the organizing for this protest, for various learning opportunities we've had, bringing in our speaker from Jewish Voice for Peace a few weeks ago. He's facilitated adult religious education. He does just all kinds of things around here, and we really appreciate Taha. Also, our Give Away the Plate, which is every month we choose an organization to which we contribute all of our non-pledge contributions, or money that is not earmarked specifically for the church, goes to, and this month it goes to Chimp Haven. And we're kind of excited about that because our own Barbara Dager's daughter is a director of chimp behavior out there. So we're excited to have this as our Give Away the Plate. It's wonderful. They house and rehabilitate chimps that have come out of research facilities, and they get to live there pretty much in the wild. I mean, it is their place, and with the medical care that they need and everything. So now will you join me in the spirit of worship? I am afraid of nearly everything, of darkness, hunger, war, children mutilated, but most of all, I am afraid of what I might become, reconciled to injustice, resigned to fear and despair, lulled into a life of apathy. Unchain my hope and make me strong. Stretch me towards the impossible, that I may work for what ought to be, the hungry fed, the enslaved freed, the suffering comforted, the peace accomplished. And from our UUA president, the Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, we are one global family living tenuously on the same human-impacted earth. Let us center ourselves in justice as we call for peace. Do I have kids who would like to help me with the chalice lighting this morning? Or adults. We always welcome adults to do it too. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other. In the light of the chalice this morning, we wanted to show you just a couple of the birds of Gaza. That is a way for children and adults to memorialize by name the far too many Palestinian children who have died. So we light this chalice for Ahmad Med Diad Atawabta, age 11, in whose memory Ava made this bird. And we light this chalice for Ayla Ahmad Abdul Kader Awad, aged 4, in whose memory Elizabeth made this bird. We light this chalice in memory of all the children, of all the people, of all the aid workers, including those from World Central Kitchen who died last week. The chalice we light today is a symbol of our faith. It binds us together as one people in our grief and in our resolve to do what we can to honor the dead with our continued struggle to end the suffering of the living. It is a reminder that our strength is in our shared hope for the world, and that our common work is the creation of beloved community among ourselves and in the world. Will you join me and rise in body or spirit for the unison affirmation? Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. And our hymn, which will be our hymn for today, is One More Step. Before we sing, I don't know that I introduced myself. I'm Susan Caldwell, and I'm the Director of Religious Education here. Our minister is the Reverend Barbara Jarrell. She is tending to her mother, who's having some health issues this weekend. So we send her our love, and I thank Sally Wood for helping me, and Pam too. Yeah, come on. I thank my two sopranos for helping lead our hymn.
It's number 168 in the gray hymnal.
Or it'll be on the screen.
Or it'll be on the screen. You can read the words. One more step.
We will take one more step till there is peace in us, and everyone will take one more step. One more word, we will say one more word till every word is heard by everyone. We'll say one more word. One more song, we will say one more prayer till every prayer is shared by everyone. We'll say one more prayer. One more song, we will sing one more song till every song is sung by everyone. We'll sing one more song. One more step, we will take one more step till there is peace for us and everyone. We'll take one more step.
If you are watching online, we are going to end this part of the live stream now. But if you would like to join us, our webmaster is at this moment putting in the comments a link where you can register for this webinar, and you'll be sent a Zoom link, and you can join us at 11:30. Otherwise, we thank you, we bless you, and we are going to end the live stream and sing ourselves out. We go now in peace. Go